Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. In this video, I'm going to show a couple of new things that I bought. And also, I just saw Top Gun Maverick the other day at the movie theater on a Saturday, I believe it was. And just want to talk a little bit about my movie experience there here on Jason the Old Millennial. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good on this late afternoon, early evening Sunday for me. I want to do another video, this time talking about some new items that I bought, dealing with movies and music, and also talk about Top Gun Maverick, which I just saw yesterday. Really late on that movie, but I finally went out and saw that in theater because I heard so many good things about it. First, just a couple items I just wanted to show. First thing is I'm very happy I got this boombox CD player. I think I call it Pro Scan. Got that in the mail this week. I wanted something that I can play CDs on in my room. The only other CD player I have is my computer, and I can put CDs into the side of my computer and listen to them that way. But I really wanted something in my music room here, my movie music room. So I really wanted something like this, something very mobile that I can move around and play CDs that I have, because I don't have anything else to play CDs on really. So it's been great. I played a couple of stuff on here the other day anyway, so I'm very happy to have that in my collection. A couple CDs I bought this last week. I showed this Star Wars A New Hope, first Star Wars movie, episode 4. Showed this on my video the other day with my contest entry for Adam from What the Gym. Space themed, and so I bought this for my space theme album. Big fan of Star Wars music, John Williams. There's the inside there, nothing too much. I do like when you take the CD out, you get Carrie Fisher and C-3PO there. Image there from the movie I like. Quite a bit of songs here, 16, so it does take a little while to get through them, but definitely one of the John Williams' best soundtracks. I think Star Wars, obviously very iconic, especially that opening, dun 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 dun, dun whatever. That opening Star Wars with the Star Wars crawl, so iconic to that. And obviously, I think he won maybe the Oscar for best. I know he's nominated. He might even won best score. I forget, because he won like 5 or so, and he's been nominated over 50 times or something like that in his career. Definitely one of the top, I think, scores. Obviously, I want to get Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi at some point, get the whole trilogy on soundtrack. And other soundtracks I'd love to get from John Williams, I'd love to get Jurassic Park, is also one of my favorite from him anyway. So, and also love to get a best of compilation of John Williams, because I love John Williams scores, of course. So amazing, from Indiana Jones to Superman to Harry Potter, E.T. to Home Alone. I mean, it's just an incredible career that he had. The other CD I got is Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie CD. I'm doing a collaboration with Adam from What the Gym, his channel What the Gym. On his channel, we're doing a live stream next Saturday, the 27th. And we're ranking every song on this CD, Flaming Pie. Adam did a live stream reaction to the CD a couple weeks ago. First time he ever listened to the CD. Now, I listened to this, I remember when it came out back in, I want to say like 97, 96, I don't know, around that time period, kind of late 90s. My sister bought it, I believe, and I listened to it and absolutely loved it. And I was like, wow, Paul McCartney is putting out some amazing stuff, new stuff here in the 90s. I mean, I thought his prime was probably already gone by then. I was like, can he still make good music? He can. And this definitely proved that he still had it. Definitely go more in depth, of course, because we're going to rank all the songs next Saturday. So definitely go more in depth on the music part of it. But the only thing I'd say is I absolutely love this CD case, whatever you want to call it. Much different. It doesn't have plastic on it, of course. It's just the some kind of cardboard there that opens up. And if you watch, there's one of my friends, Briar CD Showcase. He's going through all his CDs, And this is actually one of the CDs he went through just a couple days ago. And so I'm showing it to same kind of CD case that opens up, and you got a booklet of pictures and all the lyrics, and then you got Paul McCartney there, and then you open that up and you got two. There's a bonus CD, and of course that's the main one, which is pretty cool looking in the back. But I love this. I just love not having the plastic case. Plastic cases, of course, crack so easy. So I don't know. I just love the whole feel. It kind of has a cool feel to it and a cool look. And I don't know. I wish most CDs had this kind of packaging. Personally, but yeah, definitely recommend that CD, Flaming Pie. That I'll go into more detail at a later time. Some DVDs that I got recently. One is Tangled, one of my favorite Disney animation movies. Of course, I bought this because we were going to do a live stream a couple of Thursdays ago, but I got sick with COVID, so I had to cancel it. We were going to talk about our top 10 favorite animation movies. So I wanted to get this because this is definitely up there as one of my favorite animation movies from Disney. The 50th movie, in fact, I remember that. Another animation movie that I really liked that I wanted to get for the live stream was Monsters Incorporated from Pixar. One of the early Pixar films directed by Pete Docter. I think only the third director after John Lasseter. And then I forget what's the name. Stanton, I believe, did Finding Nemo, and then Pete Docter did this one. And I just watched Pixar, The Making of Pixar on Disney Plus. There's a documentary on Disney Plus. Kind of goes through how Pixar started. Talks about John Lasseter, how he kind of came up with the idea with this making computer graphic animation and all that, and kind of goes through the first like 5 or 6 movies that they made and kind of the success they had, incredible success they had at the beginning of their of the company. And interesting, Pete Docter, this was his first movie that he directed, and he was involved, of course, highly involved with writing and being involved with the other animation movies. So, of course, John Lasseter directed the first 3, Toy Story, Bug's Life, and Toy Story 2. So he was so busy, and those were all, especially Toy Story and Toy Story 2, were, of course, amazing movies. He wanted to take a break and wanted some other, Andrew Stanton, that's his name, Andrew Stanton, and Pete Docter, kind of the next 2 that were there kind of from the beginning of Pixar. And have never directed anything before in their lives, or anyways, at least Pete Docter never even co-directed anything. And so when it's funny in the documentary, they're like one of the executives, maybe for Disney or something, was like, I didn't think we should give Pete Docter the chance to direct a movie. Like, I didn't think he knew anything about directing movies, and it was a risk to put such a big project to somebody who didn't know what they're doing. Basically, so like some of them did not believe Pete Docter could make a good movie, and boy, did he prove them wrong. I mean, not only did he make this movie, my favorite Pete Docter movie, he goes on to make Up, Inside Out, and Soul. Those 3 all win, I believe, the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. So he's got like 3 Oscars in his career now. This didn't win, even though this was really good. It was up for Best Animation Movie, but it lost out. I don't know if that was the year Spirited Away won it, but yeah, should have won. This is such a good movie. But anyway, so Pete Docter is definitely like one of the great animated directors of all time. So it's kind of interesting. And they didn't believe in him at first, but the third DVD I bought recently is Talladega Nights DVD. Yeah, these are all DVDs. Like, I try to get the Blu-rays, but sometimes I look up Blu-rays and they're like, I don't know why. Every once in a while, there's a Blu-ray or a movie that the Blu-ray on Amazon is just so expensive. They want to charge you like $30 or more, and it's like, man, I'm not gonna spend that much money on a Blu-ray. So I look at the DVD, and if the DVD is cheaper, I'll just buy the DVD, even though I would rather have the Blu-ray. But this case, I really wanted the DVD version of Talladega Nights. I do love this, best movie ever made. Ricky Bobby. So he gives his approval for it. But what I love about the DVD, the DVD version is my favorite version, because if you try to this is the theatrical version. There's the unrated version that a lot of times when you look for this movie, they want to give you the unrated version. And if you buy the Blu-ray, I think they give you the unrated version of the movie. And what I don't like about it is the best part of this DVD to me is the audio commentary. Down here it says 25 years later with MK, Will Ferrell, John C. Riley Moore. It is one of the funniest audio commentaries I've ever heard. I think I love watching the audio commentary even more than the movie because it is just genius. And I wanted to buy this for that audio commentary because and I want to do a video in the future ranking my top 10 favorite audio commentaries because I love watching audio or listening to audio commentaries while watching the movie. I do that with every movie that I get. I watch the audio commentary if they have it. And this is definitely up there as one of the funniest. I would say to anybody, get the regular theatrical version DVD of this and listen to audio commentary. I mean, it is one of the funniest things you'll ever hear in your life. Okay, last thing I'll talk about my remaining time is I went and saw Top Gun Maverick. And when I went and saw it the other day, they gave me this poster, which I wasn't even expecting. I was like, oh, wow, I get a poster. So that's kind of cool. There's Tom Cruise in the middle and some of the other cast members, all stars and jet fighters there. So I'm going to have to put this up behind me somewhere in my room. But that's pretty cool. Got that. Yeah, I was at home kind of bored, and I was like, man, I should go do something. Maybe I'll go watch a movie. And so I went to look and see what was on, and I was kind of surprised Top Gun Maverick's still on at the theater. I mean, didn't that come out several months ago? But I know it was really popular, so I don't know if that's why it's still there. There's 2 other people in the theater with me, so I mean, obviously it should be on its way out. It's been out for such a long time. But I really wanted to go see it because I heard so many good things about it. And a lot of people gave great reviews on YouTube, and it was one of their favorite movies of the year. Did incredible box office numbers, one of the biggest box office. It's kind of a surprise. I don't think anybody expected it to do so well. So I definitely was a movie that was on my radar. I was kind of waiting for it to get on streaming maybe or on Redbox. And I go rent it at Redbox, which if you don't, I don't know if they have Redbox in England, but Redbox is a kiosk thing that you can, pick a movie on the screen and put your card in, and a movie pops out, and you have like 24 hours to watch it, and then you return it without having any more fees, I guess. But it's a pretty nice way to rent movies now. Pretty easy way to do it. But anyways, so I went and saw this movie theater, and overall, I would say like I'm not a big Top Gun fan. That's why I didn't want to go see it in the theater when it first came out. Like I've seen the original when I was a kid, like one time, so I remember just a little bit about it, but never was that excited about jet fighter planes flying around, and I don't know, that whole thing just never really excited me that much. Anyway, so coming into this, I would still say it wasn't that exciting. The whole story wasn't that great to me. I found it kind of a boring movie for the most part. I'd say for like 2/3 of the movie, I would say I was pretty bored with it, and I was like kind of regretting going to see it. And I was like, man, I just want to fast forward. Like if I had my remote at home, I'd just be fast forwarding it. Like, okay, let's get to something interesting. The whole story, of course, is it's kind of a somewhat cliched, predictable story of the main guy, Maverick, Tom Cruise's character, comes back to prepare some new Top Gun, young Top Gun, pilots on this really dangerous, almost impossible mission that they have to go in and blow something in the enemy territory, like Russia or something, blow up something some weapons factory thing they have or whatever, blow that up and then get out before you get shot down. Anyway, so it's a really difficult mission, and he's set to be the trainer, train these new, I don't know if you say recruits or these new Top Gun pilots. And then one of the pilots is like the son of Goose, who was in the first movie. If you don't know, in the first movie, Top Gun, spoiler, Goose, his best friend dies, and when they're ejecting from the fighter jet, very sad moment in the movie. So you got this dynamic between his son now, who, of course, is not happy with Tom Cruise's character, Maverick. I'm going to call him Maverick. I think his name was Pete Mitchell or something like that, but easier to call him Maverick. But anyway, so so he's in with this group, and so there's this, dynamic between them, a lot of bitterness and anger and all this. And so it's that kind of thing, which is like, okay, it feels like this kind of story's been done before. You have the like say cliche, typical John Hamm plays the boss who hates Maverick and says, I don't want you here, and totally gets in his way all the time and makes it hard for him to do his job. And he's just a, grouch all the time. It's just atypical, that we always see in these kind of movies. And then there's always this hotshot pilot who's a real jerk. This guy, his name's Hangman in this movie, and he's just a super jerk, just because he needs to be, because he's a hotshot. And so like, okay, we've seen that character before. So it felt very cliched, like I said, and like been there, done that. Like, what was the purpose of this movie? But I will say this, the whole movie is setting up this mission that they have to accomplish. So they're just practicing getting to this mission that's going to be really difficult. And so they finally get to the mission. Of course, you're just waiting for the mission. You think, okay, something exciting is going to happen now, because you don't know what's going to happen. It's not going to go great. It wouldn't be a movie unless something bad happens during the mission. So they go do the mission, and of course something bad happens, and they have to improvise, and lots of fighting, and people shoot missiles at them, and they have to dodge that, and then they get into dogfights. And I would say the last 30, 20 minutes of the movie was really, really good. Very exciting, like really paid off everything that happened before, because I was kind of bored. But then once we got to the mission, it was like, okay, this is really good and exciting. And it took me in different directions I didn't know it was going to go. And they do different things. I was like, oh, wow, like I didn't know they were going to do that. And that was very interesting ideas and a clever way of accomplishing the mission and getting out there alive. And so when they do the mission and they come back, and everybody's excited because, hey, we accomplished the mission. I mean, that was a great moment. Of course, it reminds me a little bit of the first movie. You come and everybody's clapping, everybody's hugging, and then the person that's a jerk, they're like, all right, I respect you now. It's that whole thing. It's like, I'm gonna be a terrible jerk and hate you, but no, now I respect you. You got my respect. It was that kind of thing. Definitely very cliched, but yeah, it was a good moment, and there was a good moment between him and Rooster, who's Goose's son. Those are the call names. They all have call names. I was thinking my call name, Old Millennial, might be too long of a call name. I was thinking Old Millennial is my call name, but if I didn't have that, my call name I think would be Gator. Like, I want to be Gator. Now, if you know what movie that references, you got my respect, because I don't know if everybody gets that movie. That is from a movie, Gator. So anybody that knows that movie, please put down in the comments what movie I'm referencing. But anyway, so yeah, so there's a nice moment, there's some emotional moments there that I enjoyed at the end. It gives you that happy ending feeling, and him finding closure for what happened to his friend Goose back in Top Gun, and now he's finding closure with the son, So that's actually some good story points, and I enjoyed that much. So I'd say the ending kind of saves the movie. Like, I would say I was pretty bored and thought this was just not a very good movie. And then the last part was so good that it kind of saved everything else and kind of changed it to, I would give it a light recommend. I'd give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. So I'm saying, like, I lightly recommend it just because that ending. I'd almost say just fast forward it to the end and watch the last 30 minutes. That's the best part of the movie, definitely. And if I would ever watch this movie again, I definitely would just fast forward to the last 30 minutes and just watch that part, because that ending part was really, really well done. And nothing was CGI'd, of course. Everything was real fighter jets. So that was pretty cool. Of course, Tom Cruise he doesn't, do everything halfway. He puts everything into his movies. And that's why I enjoy Tom Cruise a lot. And he's really up there in a fighter jet, doing these things. So I do enjoy that, or respect that they didn't use CGI, that they used real fighter jets for the action moments anyway. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mixed review, but overall I'd say I would, like, of course, if you haven't seen it now, it's bad out of theaters, but if you ever catch it, I would say it's worth a watch. I would say I wouldn't go to the theater to see it, but it would be worth a watch on a streaming channel at night if you're flipping the channels and you want to watch something kind of exciting. It's not a bad movie to watch, and maybe even funner with other people, I would say. But yeah, so that's kind of my review of Top Gun Maverick, along with everything else I showed. And so please put a comment what you think about the movies I showed, maybe what your feelings of Top Gun are. I'd love to see all the comments, and just thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking it, and just thank you to all the subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a good day.